This is probably the more interesting of the emails here. January 12th, 2017. This is right at the beginning, end of the Obama era, beginning of the Trump era. President's going to be inaugurated a few weeks later. Winer gets an email from a Hollywood producer asking him, "Dear Jonathan, I've been meaning to write to you and just came across this article which mentions your name. Let's do a movie about this." Referencing a smearing article from the Independent left-wing newspaper in the UK. "I was wondering if you decided what your next position will be after leaving government. I'd like to keep in touch and get together next time in Washington. I'm working on a mini-series about Watergate with ABC with John Dean." So this is what's going on at the State Department. They're gleefully working with Christopher Steele. And it shows, these documents, how well-positioned Steele was to use Winer because they had this relationship going back several years. But this producer email is kind of rich. Because, the Hollywood producer, by the way, is a Clinton friend. Now, I'm sure they talk about making movies in Washington all the time, but for a Hollywood producer to approach a government official about making a movie, that's unusual. Oh, wait, it's not unusual for the Obama administration. Because you remember the Obama gang was helping those producers of the movie about the bin Laden raid by leaking them classified information because they thought it might come out during the election season and make them look good. Judicial Watch uncovered all that. But then it gets worse because the next batch of documents show that Winer was obviously working with Steele directly in September of 2016, 2 months before the election. It was on Russia. We're not asking for documents about non-Russia related material here. This is right on target. We've got the emails documenting the relationship between Steele and Winer on Russia. And who were they talking to once they got all this information? This is what goes on. Steele talks to Winer. Winer talks to Nuland, who's the top dog in the State Department under Obama on Russia. And who does Nuland call? Steny Hoyer's office, his national security advisor, who writes, "Sir, you've been a warrior on these issues, and I look forward to speaking further to preserve and wherever possible strengthen the important work you have done." So you've got a number of emails. Steele is talking to Winer in 2016, and then they're coordinating with Hoyer in 2017. This is after the election. Excuse me, in November of 2016, after the election. So painstakingly, over a series of emails and through litigation that's gone on for a year plus, Judicial Watch has been able to lay out the Obama State Department's key role in this Get Trump effort. You may recall other documents we've uncovered that show that the State Department was desperate to get out classified information, the Obama State Department, to their friends in Congress before Trump was elected, or inaugurated. Well, that's inappropriate because to send out classified information to people who don't need to see it for improper purposes is illegal. Maybe the Attorney General can investigate that. In fact, one of the emails showed we made the deadline. It was the day before the inauguration. They were trying to get the dirt out on Trump and Russia. That's what the documents suggest. And don't take my word for it. You can go to our internet site and look at all of this. But it's clearer than day the State Department was a center of anti-Trump activity just as much as the DOJ and the FBI and Peter Strzok and his insurance policies. Peter Strzok didn't need an insurance policy. The State Department was doing it. going after Trump. So we can complain that Director Wray needs to clean up the FBI, the AG needs to clean up the DOJ. Secretary Pompeo needs to figure out what was going on in the State Department. So I don't know what's happening with the Attorney General's investigation. There was a letter that was sent out to Congress this week describing what he's doing. It's a review. I don't know if it's going to lead to criminal charges or not. A review isn't a criminal investigation. There are grand juries or not, I don't know for sure. People who know Barr assure me that he's going to do the right thing here, and I hope he does. I hope he does. But Judicial Watch doesn't rely on the government to do the right thing. We do our own thing. So that's why we sue to get these documents out there. My guess is we're getting documents that the Justice Department is just finding out about because of our FOIA disclosures, not because they were voluntarily turned over in any review. I guarantee you that's what's happening. So 50 lawsuits on this deep state effort to take out President Trump, and we're getting results.